guards that'll get into you? What do you see as some of the challenges this evening?
Well, that's one of them. You know, we've struggled a little bit against them when they've really applied pressure, and then other times we haven't struggled as much. You know, you got to get back, especially in this building. They're really energetic. You got to get to Isaiah early. A couple times we've let him sort of walk up into threes. You know, we don't want to allow that. And then they do what we try to do. They try to move the ball side to side and a lot of dribble handoffs, back doors, things like that. So it's just, they've struggled a little bit lately with Crowder out. They're coming off a win last night. I would imagine we're going to get a very good game from them tonight.
What are you looking for with Andrew? When you're able to play him, is it a matchup? You try to take advantage of him in the post, and what have you seen from the last few games he's given?
Yeah, we're just trying to find times, when we can get him in the game and get a matchup where, maybe he can have some success. He did a nice job for several minutes last night, and then he had some really good looks late. Just wasn't able to make them, but they were good looks. So he didn't force anything. Right now, since Vooch has been out, really throughout our front court, we're searching for rebounding. That's been one of our issues. We've been getting out rebounded almost every game with Vooch out, and Aaron's rebounding's been down, and Dwayne is somebody that's got to go out there. He plays 20 minutes. He's got to get 7 rebounds, something like that. Our guard's got to get in there. So we're kind of searching up front for people that are going to win the game rebound for us.
So what do you want to see from Alfred the rest of the way? What can he work on? Is it a matter of running the team better, shooting with confidence more?
No, yes, both of them. Those are good points. But again, we need everybody to play well. He's last night, for instance, when he came in the game, nothing against, right? But he's on a third-string point guard. We'd like him to pressure the heck out of that guy, instead of being 4 feet off of him, So just, we've said it many times, when he's really, really turned on, he's really effective. And when he's not quite, he's not near as effective. But we're also dependent on his elbow. We're contemplating putting him back in the starting lineup too. We're not going to tonight, but I'd like that thing to kind of be fully healed and him to be pretty much pain-free before we did that.
Scott, you touched on this. What was your rationale yesterday for keeping Ilyasova and Nicholson in for the duration that they played in the fourth quarter?
Well, I got myself in one of those situations where, Andrew had it going. I felt like Ersan had some good activity, and now you've waited too long, and now it's a tight game, and a couple guys have been cold, and you don't want to kind of be unfair to them and put them back in. But in reality, what we're trying to find right now is rebounding up front. That's so we're going to search, right, until we can find. Yesterday when you look at our game, there's multiple times that in particular Biombo is jumping, and our 3 guys are standing on the ground while he's jumping. Not that we could get it, because he's long, but so we're just kind of searching around for that right now.
How are the Celtics different without Crowder?
Oh, I'll leave that for Brad to answer. We've got our own issues, but he's tough. He's a tough player. He brings a lot of toughness. He's a 5'3" shooter. How they're different, again, I'll leave that for Brad to answer.
In this building, do you have to fight their runs? It seems like through the years they always make a run at the Magic in this building. Yesterday you bounced back from a rough start. It was really looked bad early on, and you bounced back. You had to be happy about that.
Yeah, they've earlier what happened in here was, for instance, they brought Smart in off the bench, and he came in and was really disruptive defensively. He just got up, got into us, and kind of put us back on our heels. But they can, take off on a run here on you, and you've got to be able to either take a timeout and respond after that, or, without taking one, you got to make a run back out.
For the Celtics, had you seen this type of season from Isaiah in terms of his development and being an all-star?
Well, he's good, he has a ton of energy. You can tell that he loves the game, he loves to play. He can make shots, he can penetrate. So, I've always thought he was a good player. Sometimes it's just a matter of the right place, right time for a guy, just getting with the right group. There's probably a lot of guys like that in the league that just need to be, in the right place.
The lack of rebounding, it's a fundamental to it too, boxing out a guy, but it's also a desire to go get him, right? What are you seeing?
Yeah, to me, there's kind of 2 kind of rebounders. There's the the come-to rebounders that are boxing guys out and the ball's coming to them. There's the go-to rebounders, the guys that are getting up off the ground and going out of their area and getting them. And And we've had our moments where we've hurt people on the glass. We really rebound the ball well. It's just something we haven't been consistent of, and especially with almost 10 boards a game, on the sideline with Booch out, we need to somehow make up for those.